What is going on, everyone? Welcome to episode 100 of the Littleroot Lessons podcast. As always, I'm your host, Carter Noble, joined by our fantastic co-host, Carl Wilkin. What's up, dude?
Pokémon Legends Arceus is great.
Dude, it's been a blast.
I think this should have been the December game, honestly. Hands down, this should have been the Christmas game.
So I've seen a lot of people talking online about this is the best bad game I've ever played. I'm just like, what game are you playing?
What's bad game? I'm confused here.
They're saying that it looks terrible. I'm like,
it's the art style. That's just what they picked. They wanted the hand-drawn calligraphy art style.
And they're really complaining about, oh, you have your pre-rendered backgrounds and everything else. I'm like, that's the same way Breath of the Wild did it.
Yeah.
If you look at it,
the exact same thing.
And I was actually really interesting. I saw a TikTok about this a while back before Arceus even came out. They were talking about how in Breath of the Wild, you can see everything. You know, depending on your height and everything, you can see forever.
Yep.
If you can see it, you can go there, right? Same with like Skyrim and everything else. But in Breath of the Wild, the way they do it to keep the game from chugging constantly, the farther away it is, the less polygons it uses to actually be in the game. And so like trees that are far off are literally just like set backgrounds to where they're not even like loaded in the game, but they are in the game.
Fun
if
fact,
that makes sense.
You can see this in Arceus as well with the Pokemon models. I don't know if anybody's made it to the Flying Gyarados up at the waterfall. When it goes away, it becomes the sprite. And it's every so often it changes its positioning, when it's in its little flying pattern.
Yeah, you can see it with like I'm not very far into the game. I have just beat the first noble Pokemon.
Same.
I feel like you and I are going to go into spoilers, so this is your official spoiler warning. Everything past this point.
For the first fight, yeah.
Very, very true. Carl and I have not made it very far, but what we have, this game speaks to me on so many levels, and I absolutely hate it so far. That's not accurate.
I was about to say, I'm confused.
I love it, but they give me so much I have to do to 100% complete it that I hate it.
Nah. This is just normal RPG stuff. That just means you don't like RPGs.
No. I do. I love them. They are by far one of my favorite genres. But man, there is a lot. And if you are not prepared, like if you just want to casually play through and beat the game, I'm sure you can pretty easily.
Yeah.
How long to beat? Let's see.
If you're just running through the story, I can't remember what the current fastest time is.
Let's see. How long to beat has it at? Main story is 19 hours.
That's not bad for an RPG.
Main story plus extras is 23 and a half.
Okay.
They have completionist at 30, and I have a feeling what they're doing there is all quests, all like missions and requests, and not 100% the Pokédex, because that seems really low.
I'm pretty sure for the Pokédex, they're just like get everything registered in the Dex, not everything level 10, everything perfect, things like that.
Which, yes, there is no time so far for 100%.
Yeah, that's gonna take a while,
for sure.
Because like it's a process trying to get these Pokédex entries to at least level 10, let alone perfect.
I feel like getting to 10 is pretty easy.
It depends on what you have to do and what the Pokemon
that's very true. There are some that are just like, man, that's gonna take forever. Because like Cyndaquil. I took Cyndaquil as my starter, and I did not complete it before I evolved.
See, I did.
So like I'm gonna have to go back through, catch another Cyndaquil at some point, and then grind the rest of that as well.
Yep.
And I learned my mistake, and that's why I haven't evolved my Paris, and it's almost level 30.
I just fight the big Parasect.
Okay.
That's all I've been doing. It's super easy experience. I beat it up when I was level 11 when I probably shouldn't have.
I did something very similar. I think I was level like 14. I had like Staravia and Quilava already at that point, so I'm just like, I'll be fine. And like I send out Quilava and it like one-shots it. I'm like, we're in danger.
Yeah. I had a Ponyta, a Quilava, and Staravia, and I'm just like, I'll be fine. Ponyta goes down, Staravia goes down, Quilava finishes it off. The rest of the team's like level 20 something now.
Yep.
I will say the Alpha Pokemon thing is really cool.
I fully agree.
I have yet to lose to an Alpha Pokemon. I've been really, really close. A couple times. I've had some close calls.
I have died exactly once, and that was because as soon as I got Weird Ear, I was at the the Heights field camp, and I jumped off the mountain.
Fall damage. It's a thing.
I wanted to see how it would work, and so I just jumped off the side of the mountain at full speed and died.
Goodness. So what's your current team?
Let's see. I currently have Quilava, Paris, Kadabra, Baneri, Shiny Staravia, and Floatzel.
Oh goodness.
Paris is probably not going to stick around. It honestly, it's been pretty decent, and like I have an alpha Parasect that I caught. But like Paris has been okay. It's really just on the team right now to get its Pokédex done. Same with like Baneri. It's ready to evolve. It's just I need to use Baby Doll Eyes like 30 times or whatever. So it's like, well, you're going to be on the team for a while.
My team currently consists of an Alpha Graveler, an Alpha Scyther, an Alpha Stantler, an Alpha Gyarados, my Quilava, and I think my last Pokemon, I remember right, is my Staravia. I can't remember.
Let's see. You can start encountering like random alphas after you beat Cleavor, right?
Yes.
Okay. Which, like, I literally just did that before we started recording, so I have not actually got to encounter that.
I did that on stream yesterday. Well, be 2 days ago now. But I've been playing off camera, trying to get resources and grind up and whatnot. That way, when I go back to playing the story mode, I'm just like, I can just jump right in. I don't have to grind a whole bunch like I did when I streamed the last time. That way I have Pokeballs and saved up and all that crap. I found a level 55 Magikarp.
Okay.
And it just could immediately evolve. So I have this Alpha Gyarados that's level 55, higher than anything I can actually do anything with.
Does it obey you? Well,
So I'm stuck because I don't want to continue the story, so I can't go get the star that would let it obey me. Without continuing the story. And I need to stream for that, so I have to wait until I can start streaming to actually use it.
See, this is honestly, like, I think you and I were kind of talking about it, but I didn't want to stream my playthrough of this because I wanted to be able to play it at my own pace. And I mean, this is the same thing I did with, like, Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl. And, like, the other aspect of that is, I'm still a fairly small streamer, where I'm averaging 2 to 5 viewers a stream, and so like competing against Small Ant and Pokemon challenges and like all these guys who are streaming it day one and who are like anyone and everyone you can possibly think of is streaming this game because this is the new hot thing. So like your small time streamers are just going to be pushed farther and farther down to the point where like you're not really going to be growing during this time, I feel like.
My point's not growth. This is just an excuse for me to record it with actually sitting there and being bored all the time. Like, I wanted to record everything I did but I don't want to sit there and have to grind for things while streaming. So my rule is I'll play story stuff on stream, but I'll grind off camera, kind of like how you would do anything else.
Gotcha.
This game is probably one of my favorite games so far, like from the Pokemon Company.
It's been very enjoyable. I cannot stress that enough.
It feels very Pokemon Coliseum-esque, like way back when the GameCube came out. Pokemon Coliseum was the brand new game. It was the first spin-off game for the GameCube. It was super duper unique because it was mostly all double battles. It was this weird story. You snagged Pokemon. This feels like the Switch's Pokemon Coliseum hit. Like this is the game that's going to get casual Pokemon players to buy a Switch if they haven't already.
So let me ask you this, because this is something that was running around on Twitter not too long ago. What are your thoughts on having this be the new mainline story style of game, and then having some side game, something a la Stadium-esque, to have like your competitive scene on?
This is a bad idea because Pokemon's a money-making machine, and if they do that, so what ends up happening there is your Stadium game becomes one of two things. Okay? So your Stadium game either becomes a subscription service like Home, and it is continually updated with the new Pokemon all the time, and that's how Pokemon has to make its money. That is a very small thing to be doing for a very small audience of players.
I fully agree.
Because let's be honest here, VGC is very tiny in comparison to the overall span of Pokemon. Okay.
As much as you can say VGC has grown with Sword and Shield, I think a big part of that is not only it being one of the most accessible games on one of the most successful consoles that Nintendo has put out, but also on top of that, it also has just been, like, the world has been on fire for 2 years. So having access to being able to play online, regardless of what else you have going on, you don't have to travel 6 hours to go to one tournament to play. Yeah. You can just pick up and play a tournament any weekend that you want because everything is going on. I honestly think that the online communities have kept VGC and have grown it so much in the last 2 to 5 years that it's just crazy how much it is. Like, I'm actually curious. I want to see how large was the first Worlds tournament.
Good question.
What year was that? Was that 2011?
Wow. Probably. I don't know.
I have 2011. I don't know if that's the first year, but that sounds correct.
Was there a 2010? That's how you find out. You just look up it's Pokemon Worlds 2010. If nothing pops up, then 2011 is the first one.
11 was when... Oh, no. 11 was definitely not the first.
Yeah, I was about to say. I don't know about
that was Black and White.
Then yeah, you need to go all the way to Gen 4.
Ray Rizzo won that year. What if we do like 2008?
I think it's 2009.
Let's see. Top VGC Worlds teams from 2008. I cannot read that. Reddit, you are completely useless.
Completely useless.
Let's see.
But anywho, part of that like overall VGC player growth from Sword and Shield is also the fact that Sword and Shield is designed to VGC. That is the VGC competitive players game. They added all these resources to make team building easier. So part of it is just like, yes, COVID happened. That definitely just was going to be a very hot fire to help push us to this point, but it started on them making it easier to team build. If it wasn't easy to team build, you would either see people who are genning Pokemon all the time, which people still do, but it's not as prominent of a thing in Sword and Shield anymore, or you would see just nobody would be playing it, which we've seen the opposite. People still play ladder when it's fun. Granted, Series 11's kind of Series 11, 10 kind of just bored everybody out of it, but Series 12 is hopefully going to rekindle that fire. Find anything yet?
Let's see. 2009 was the first year.
I would assume it wasn't
2014 was streamed on Twitch with more than 800,000 viewers.
Yeah. I remember that being a big thing.
Okay. 2014 tournament structure. Let's see. Time to pull up the old calculator.
Uh-oh.
If I am looking at this correctly, the 2014 tournament Worlds had 60 players. That seems really incorrect.
No, that actually is probably about right. You got to think about it back then. Pokemon VGC wasn't a very large thing. Most events probably, like most regional events, probably didn't break 100 players.
Okay, here we go. 2015 was the first year players could only gain an invitation to play in the Video Game World Championships by either being the 2014 World Champion or by obtaining enough championship points in the respective geographic zone designated by Play Pokemon. So this looks like the first year that they had that in place.
The standard system we currently have.
So that would be, let's see, 100. If I'm looking at this, it's 138 players.
That seems about right.
Yep, 138. So, I mean, granted, that's Worlds, that's one of the highest stake tournaments of the year, everything else, but still, I mean, you know, for there to be 140 players at the largest tournament of the highest stakes tournament of the year, it would be really critical just to see how large it was back then, but yeah, it is just grown.
I can tell you that they weren't very large events back then.
Even the two regionals I've been to, the size difference between those two was astronomical.
Yeah, let's be honest. We went to Collinsville, and Collinsville was huge.
See, that was 2019. You and I went. So that means February, I would have gone in.
Yeah, it would have been February. It would have been February, March, somewhere in there.
Was that 2017?
I don't know when you're going through things.
I believe this is correct. No, I don't want TCG. I want. I believe this was Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon.
2017. That sounds about right.
Mega Manetric won that tournament.
Nice. It's not something you see very often.
That's wicked. That's so cool. I'm in it. Yeah, this is a non-restricted format, so this would have been the year I would have gone. Ashton Cox came in second.
Nice.
I'm assuming this is Mega Salamence. Yep. See, Tapu Koko, Amoonguss, Tyranitar, Feeny, Aegislash, Mega Salamence. That seems cool.
Before they destroyed my boy.
Team's cool. I'm all for it. Let's see. There's a Metagross. There's a Lele. Oh yeah, I actually tested something very similar to this for this tournament. Just like Psychic Spam. Mm-hmm. He's not even playing a Psychic move on his Metagross.
I mean, Zen Headbutt's like the best one you got.
Yeah, but like that was the idea of playing like Metagross plus Lele is you just get like Zen Headbutt boosted, Psychic Terrain boosted, smash them. There's a Cresselia. There's a Thundy. Bunch of Scrafties in Top Cut. By a bunch, I mean 2.
I mean, immune to psychic. Dark fighting, has intimidate.
I think every team has at least 1 psychic type.
So yeah, so that means
that is not true. Ashton's didn't.
I mean that's fine. Like,
yeah, Ashton's didn't, and the first place team here didn't. This is cool.
Anywho,
let's get back to Arceus.
Like, the whole point of what you were supposed to be doing was to, like, be getting us numbers, and you just got sidetracked looking at weird teams.
I mean, like, at the same time, I was looking for numbers and couldn't really find anything, so.
But yeah, like, I would think that Pokemon wouldn't want to do a subscription type service like that, mainly due to the fact that just, like, you're only making probably a couple 100,000 a year off of that, whereas you make millions selling a game every couple years. Like, that couple 100,000 for the input that you would have to do to keep it updated, to keep it running, to keep that amount of server space going, because this is your new competitive format, just isn't worth the time. The second option is they keep doing like what they've been doing, and instead of having a main game and a separate, like, little offset shoot game, they have the RPG style game, and they have a new stadium game that you have to pay $60 for every time you want it. And that's not good for the consumer. Right? That's not how this works. Like, every time you want to update, well, you have to go buy this new stadium game.
Because, like, how are you going to tell little Timmy who, you know, he just wants to play Pokemon to battle? Like, well, actually, that game's not for just anyone. That's for, like, the hardcore players. And you're like, and then there becomes this, like, gatekeeping aspect behind it. And it's like, we don't.
That's not what Pokemon wants to be doing.
We've literally been working on preventing that forever now. And I mean, that's one of the big reasons I didn't enjoy Magic anymore, is because there was so much gatekeeping for it.
Yep.
But, you know, I'm glad to be playing in a game where that's not a huge issue. Like, I mean, there still is definitely issues, but not like Magic, man.
Nothing's gonna be close to Magic, honestly. Like,
for sure.
There's so much. You have to spend so much money to even have a chance in Magic anymore.
Yep.
Whereas Pokemon, it's just like, you buy the console, you buy the game, you put in the
good.
time,
that's it.
You're good to go.
Ta-da!
It's a one-time purchase. It lasts for at least a couple years. Perfect. Sure. Whereas if you were to go to that style of Arceus is the main style game where there's no competitive battling on it whatsoever. It's a single-player game experience versus the stadium-style showdown game where you can build and play and do whatever you want, but it comes at a cost. Like, Showdown is for free out of the kindness of their hearts. Let's be real here. No one would be running Showdown if there wasn't some kind of money to be made there.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised that the Pokemon Company has let Showdown go as long as it has.
Because it's not a competition for anything.
That's like the biggest thing, is like, plus I can't imagine they're directly making money off of using the Pokemon IPA.
They're not. Their whole reason they can get away with Showdown is because they don't make any money off of it.
But, like, they also have, like, ads on there, so I'm sure they're making a non-zero amount of ad revenue.
That's the host site. That's all of them. They don't see any of that.
Right.
So that is the people who host the servers that they use.
Gotcha.
That is just the web.
Gotcha.
That's just how they keep the servers on.
Yep. So let's see. How many of these, like, requests have you done so far?
I don't want to talk about it.
Is it like 0?
No, I have a problem.
Is it all of them, Carl?
Maybe.
Is it all of them that you have unlocked?
Yes.
See,
so
I've been
I make a
really
very bad
about
habit
doing them.
I have a bad habit of going and picking them up ahead of other things and prioritizing them over the story. If you watched anything from the video on Sunday that came out, oh my goodness. I'm just distracted all the time, running around, doing something else for somebody. Oh, I need to go do this story mission? Nah, I'm gonna go this way.
See, I'm very much the same boat where it's like, all right, I have, like, it took me, oh God, all last night I played for like 3 or 4 hours, and I kept telling Tiff, all right, I'm going to do this one thing, and then I'm going to go fight the boss. I'm going to go fight Cleafor.
That's how it starts.
And then I, go down this other side path, and oh, look at that, now there's Stantler I can catch. I didn't know I could do that this early. So, like, then I'm working on Stantler's Pokédex, and it's like, oh, I still have to, all right, I've caught all the Starly now I have to battle them. So it's like, I get really distracted by trying to do, like, hyperfixation on one thing that I haven't really touched many of the requests, and I have probably, like, 8 of them completed, and I just haven't actually completed them.
Yeah, so that's the thing about the requests, is a lot of them are Pokédex or Pokemon based. Mm-hmm. So, like, as long as you're doing Pokédex things, you're mostly completing the requests for the most part. There's a couple item fetch quests, which are fine.
Yeah, like, there's the guy who's like, hey, can you bring me orange berries? I'm like, I literally have those. Let me just finish this right now while I'm here.
Here you go.
Because I know if I don't, I'm going to forget.
There's the mushroom guy. There's, you haven't probably made this far yet. You can upgrade the shops doing item fetch quests for them.
Oh, okay. Cool.
So that's how you upgrade your shops in the area. Granted, I have no idea where the item is, so I'm assuming it's locked behind story progression that I have refused to do right now.
Have you went and got the shiny Ponyta yet?
Yeah. The peculiar Ponyta quest or whatever it is. Yep. They let you keep it, which is nice. They got, like, they gift you a shiny, which is really cool. Like, most Pokemon games don't do that. They make you earn it. No, they just give you this one. So that's kind of cool. Let's see here. You haven't unlocked this yet. There is the Spiritomb side quest.
Yeah, I think what I'm going to do with that one is I'm literally just going to wait until I have everything unlocked to bust it out in, like, a day.
You're going to want to do it as you see them. Trust me.
See, like, that's my thing, is, like, I would rather just find a guide and be like, all right, let's bust out this entire quest right now, as opposed to, okay, which ones am I missing? And, like, trying to recall what I've done and what I haven't.
Well, they're only available to see during the nighttime.
Yep, I'm going to wait. I know how I am with that. I am going to miss something and then spend 6 hours trying to find one.
I have been getting them as I go. As I see them in the dark, I'll just pick it up. Pick it up. Pick it up. Like, you visibly can see them. Like, they are noticeable. Mm-hmm. Like, they stick out like a sore thumb. You know when you see one. And if you're doing the guide, if you've already gotten it, you'll know that it's not there because you won't see it. Like, a lot of them I'll see from way over here and I can see it on the top of the mountain. Or I'll be walking across one side and I see it across the valley. And I'll be able to make my way over there eventually and pick it up. My favorite thing is to just take the weird deer and just run through them. Because you just pick them up. You can just pick it up as you go. And it just makes everything glow purple. It's really, really cool.
Okay. So, I'm looking at, like, the list of noble Pokemon you'll have to fight. And explain this one to me. So, Cleafor is level 18, right?
Yep.
The next one is 30.
Okay.
The next one after that is 70.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And then we go back down to 46.
Yep.
Like, this Arcanine is higher level than Dialga and Palkia.
It's because of excuse me. It's because of where it's at, the location it's in. The location they're in usually will determine their level in the game because that's how the game is set up.
I'm really, really curious. I wonder if that's just a typo and that's supposed to be like 30 or 35 or something, and instead they have it as 70.
I don't know.
Let's read.
We'll find out eventually, right?
Yep.
So you got one normal shiny, right? Besides
correct.
the Ponyta. I have yet to find one.
I have not got the Ponyta yet.
I've been able to get one mass outbreak.
See, I haven't unlocked those yet, so I don't quite know how to actually get them.
I don't know when I did. They didn't explain it to me.
Awesome.
They're just like, oh, here's this thing going on as I went out the gate to go gather supplies. And it's like, oh, okay. They'll mark it on my map. And then you can go do this. And I'm just like, well, I'm going to go do that. And I caught like 20 Starly.
Uh-huh.
Because they literally spawn. As soon as the catch animation's done, another one spawns. Another one spawns. So you can literally just sit there and just throw Pokeballs over and over and over. And eventually you'll have all your Starly caught in like one go.
That's really awesome. Have you done the space rifts yet?
No, I have not seen those yet.
I have not either.
I've
heard you can get Porygon that way, and I'm really excited because I love me a good PZ.
I think they are a later game thing.
I will definitely be using Cyberduck.
That is a lot of merit points.
That's fine.
Remember, right? It's like 2,000 to get upgrade and dubious disc.
Okay, so let's see here. Space-time distortions will start appearing in the overworld after reaching the 2-star rank and after gaining access to the Crimson Mire lands.
That's why I don't have it yet.
Correct. If you stay on the map, you will receive a notification that the distortion is currently forming within the area. If one appears, a space-time distortion seems to be forming will be displayed on the screen. After a few minutes, a space-time distortion appeared will pop up, meaning that rare Pokemon and items have begun spawning inside the dome.
Neat.
Yeah, there's a map indicator for them. So let's see. Obsidian Fieldlands, you can encounter Leafeon, Sylveon, Sneasel, Weavile, and Gengar.
Cool.
Crimson Mirelands, you can get Porygon, Porygon 2, Porygon Z, Umbreon, Flareon.
Cool.
And after beating the main story, you can get the Cyndaquil line.
Neat.
Cobalt Coastlands, you can get Magnetite, Magneton, Flareon, Vaporeon. Cornet Highlands, you can get Magmortar, Sylveon, Shieldon, Bastiodon, Cranidos, Rampardos, Jolteon.
I was about to ask, how do we get fossils? Because we
Evidently
don't have
that's the way so far.
Because we don't have the technology, and we ain't that ancient because they have cameras.
That's where you get the Decidueye line after you beat the game.
Cool, I want that one.
The Alabaster Icelands, you can get Glaceon, Espeon, and Scizor, as well as the Oshawott line.
You can get Scizor before that, but neat.
Non-exclusive space-time distortion Pokemon. Luxio, Luxray, Rapidash, Eevee, Drifblim, Floatzel, Pikachu, Kadabra, Lopunny, Scyther, Heracross, Ambipom, Carnivine, Rhydon, Celio, Octillery, Drapion, Dusclops, Magmortar, and Electabuzz.
Jeez.
Oh, and you can find Alpha Pokemon.
Cool.
You can also get like really good items there. You can get your upgrades, your dubious disc, your link cords there.
All your MP items.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I need a bunch of those.
Let's see. What is the max size you can get for your bag? You can buy 31 upgrades.
So
oof.
if I remember right, it's up to a certain point, it's 100 more for each upgrade.
1 through 5 is at 100.
Yep.
6 through 10 is at 500.
Yep. It multiplies very
11
fast.
through 17 is at 1,000. 18 through 22 is at 2. 23 is 3. 24 is 3. 25 is 30,000. Then 40, then 50, then 60, then 80. Then 30 is $100,000, and 31st upgrade is $150,000.
I mean, space is important, man. At least you give you something to use your money for, right?
That's very true. Right now, it's just like, oh, cool, I got $10,000 from doing my Pokédex stuff. I'm gonna go buy 100 Pokeballs and still have more money than I know what to do with.
Yeah, like, especially since people like me who just collect things and hoard money. I have so much money that I don't know what to do with, because I collect stuff for Pokeballs, and I collect stuff for Great Balls, and I collect stuff for all that kind of stuff, and I don't need to spend my money because I craft everything. Because I'm very much about self-sufficient, not have to spend money kind of thing, because there's things like the storage spaces that are really expensive.
Oh, let's see. Let's see.
Have you played any of the balloon games yet?
There's balloon games?
Oh my goodness. So there is a guy that he pops up in different places.
Okay.
He pops up in the Heights camp. He pops up in south of town near the practice area, where it's part of the intro area out south of town between the beach and the village.
Okay.
There's that little house where you caught the starters at to give them back to Professor. Remember that area in your the intro? So there's a balloon game there. There's a balloon game at the Heights camp using Weird Deer. The balloon game at the camp, you throw Pokeballs or rocks, technically. He gives you infinite throws, and you can just pop as many balloons as you possibly can within a minute. The Weird Deer is like the Rotom race in Sword and Shield.
Okay.
You pop balloons as you run through them, and you have a certain amount of time to get from point A to point B. And whatever balloons you pop is your score. The end goal rewards are almost always nuggets when you hit the designated target.
Okay.
I've been hoarding nuggets. I have like 5 or 6 of those now.
Have you looked into how the new Pokemon evolve?
I know how Weird Deer and Cleaver work.
Use Agile Style Psy-Shield Bash 20 times.
Yep. Use the Agile Style new moves specific to Stantler.
Sure, man.
It boosts your defense after use, which is really good, because it's just like Agile Style gives you hopefully an extra turn at some point down the line, and you're getting a defense boost, so you're tankier, which is really, really good. Cleavor uses some black argorite, whatever it is. It's some black stone, it looks like obsidian, and you get it from Graveler.
Let's see. I want Remoraid. Where can I get my boy Octillery?
You just said it's in the Rift.
Yeah, but I don't think that's the only place you can get him.
I don't know.
I'm looking.
Oh, goodness.
Look, I need my Octopi. I need my little gold boy. He's so cute. Castaway Shore and Ellipse Shore.
I don't know where any of those places are at.
The Cobalt Coastlands, obviously, Carl.
Still don't know where that's
at. I also don't know where that's at. If I was a betting man, this is probably the 3rd island or 3rd place we unlock.
Probably. I don't know.
We can get Wiggly Woo.
Wiggly Woo!
I want Biggly Woo. I want Alpha Wiggly Woo.
Alpha Wiggly Woo. I was trying to get an Alpha Golbat to evolve it into an Alpha Crobat.
I believe that's a static. If I've read correctly, I believe that is a static encounter.
It is. The Golbat one is, yeah. I killed the last one, so I have to go back and do it again.
Rip.
I'm just going through looking at all the spawns for the Obsidian Fieldlands. I got really lucky. My first playthrough gave me a Pichu, like, immediately.
I've been hunting for Pichu. I have a bunch of Pikachus, but I don't have a single Pichu.
I got 2 Pichus, like, back to back. Bang, bang. One right after the other.
I think we mentioned it. Austin John did a video of the rare spawns.
Yep.
At least, I know he said he's going to do one for each area. And so, like, for the Obsidian Highlands, there's, like, Happiny and Munchlax, Pichu, Chimchar, Inferno, or Monferno, Togekiss, Eevee. I think that's all the ones he's had a video on.
Yeah. Oh.
So, like, pretty... I know Pichu is, like, a 1%. And there's also a chance that Pichu can also be an alpha.
Yep. The game gives you a free Chimchar.
Interesting.
That's one of the requests you can do.
Interesting. I'm still working on trying to find a big Floatzel, or a big Weasel.
There is a shot at one of those, I think, by the river on the past the tutorial side. So if you go,
that's what
over
Tiff said.
bridge,
it's the far side you can find them.
So if you go over the bridge and you go left,
over by the
area,
Alpha Floatzel.
Yeah, there's a chance for a Weasel there.
Okay, cool. Then, because evidently I caught one and I released it and I didn't know how to check for which one, so I just need to literally go catch another one.
Yeah.
Oh, this game's so good.
Yeah, this game is very enjoyable. I have yet to find a Wormadam. I got a bunch of Burmy. But
I've seen a bunch of Burmy. I've seen a bunch of Mothams.
I have yet to see a single female Burmy yet.
Like, to catch, or...
Yeah, to catch, nothing. I couldn't find
I've had both.
I've only had males.
Let's see. You can get Wormadam in the Grueling Grove and the Sandgem Flats.
Nice.
I actually don't know where either of those areas are.
Mm. Huh. I was looking. I was kept scrolling through. Space-time distortions in the Obsidian Fieldlands can get you the entire Gengar line.
Yep, that's really cool.
Toxicroak, Lickitung line, Onix, Steelix. Apparently there's an event. Shinx.
Okay, so it looks like the Grueling Grove. If you go through the Orboro Tunnel, you just want to go. You want to go all the way north, and that's where you can get your Wormadams.
Okay, I'll find them eventually. I need to do the Cherrim quest too.
I have Cherubi. I have a single Cherubi.
Literally, all you have to do for the Cherrim quest is to complete the Pokédex for Cherrim.
Mm-hmm. Which I don't have a Cherrim yet.
It took me forever to figure out where the Windswept Run was at.
I actually don't know where that is either.
So it's real simple to actually find. It's the area where you're finding the Abra.
Oh, okay.
So this is where it's where you find the Abra and all that. I'm just like, well, that's news to me because I didn't find it until real late in the game.
Huh.
I thought
Romanus Island.
Huh?
Like, I'm looking at this map and it has Romanus Island on it. Oh, that's Romanus Park.
Yeah.
I'm like, I know that name from something.
That's exactly where it's from.
And like, you have Lake Verity here.
Yep.
Dude, it's so cool having all these like tie-ins to Sinnoh.
All these landmarks.
Like, we have the Florio Gardens, which is obviously like Floroma Town.
Yep.
Oh, it's so cool.
Yep, this game is great. Really been enjoying playing it.
I thoroughly have enjoyed this game so far. If you have had any doubt in your mind if you want to play this, ask yourself, do you like stealth games?
I mean, it kind of is, I guess, yeah.
Like, there are definitely stealth-based aspects to it.
Yep.
You're gonna get really good at sneaking around so you don't get caught, because there's a bunch of Pokédex entries that require you to catch without being seen.
Yeah.
Stuff like, I know Pikachu's on there, Baniri. A lot of the bugs are on there as well.
Yeah.
Let's see. There's like, the grinding in this game hasn't felt like actual grinding. It's not like, all right, I need to level up my team. It's like, oh, look at that. I leveled up. Cool.
Yeah. Hey, look, I threw out and gathered these ingredients. Oh, look, I got a level.
Yep. And it's like, and like, obviously grinding for your materials over time is going to take time, but like, it's also rewarding because, well, you're able to, be self-sufficient, like you were saying, and just being able to grind for everything you want. And then, you can customize your character. You can have all kinds of clothes, so you can spend your money on that. Or you can be like me and just spend all your money on Pokeballs, so you don't have to worry about crafting them, and you can instead craft the better balls.
Yeah.
Which you can also just buy the parts for, so it's awesome. I have thoroughly enjoyed this game.
It has definitely been enjoyable. Getting on to the other thing we have to talk about today, we have an event starting up on the 5th.
Yes.
First Series 12 event of the year.
I am very, very excited because, as we know, Series 12 officially starts
Tuesday.
Technically Monday. So this comes out on Monday. It comes out, the ladder starts Tuesday. So I am going to be at least grinding. Yeah, I'm going to be grinding on cart Tuesday for laddering for Wednesday.
And then back on
I'm
cart
in untiered. I don't know if I'm actually in untiered, but I probably am.
Probably.
It has been a very long minute since I've played on cart.
Yeah, Series 11 does that to you.
But like, also just playing on Showdown has been enjoyable.
Because the games are shorter and there's no like actual like investment.
Yeah, but like at the same time, I still have to think through my lines, so I don't know.
Well, yeah. But when I say there's no actual investment, it's like you didn't spend hours building your team.
Very
you
true.
Didn't spend
very true.
Time waiting on a long time waiting on ladder and a long time in team select to just get blown out in 2 turns. Like, there's the time invested is worth the time spent on Showdown.
Yep.
In comparison to being on cart, where you have to sit there through the whole timer, you have to sit there through this and that, you have to put the time in to build your team to put it together. Like, so your time invested is much higher at the start of playing on ladder compared to at the start of playing on Showdown, where it's plug and chug numbers, play 252, 252, 4 on whatever 6 Pokemon you want to bring.
Yep.
So, but yes.
So not to diverge from our conversation.
Oh gosh.
But I was just looking at the next area, and there's a guaranteed alpha tank growth, and I'm so excited now.
Oh goodness.
I need my bigly woo, okay? I don't know what you expected having me come on here today, Carl.
A little bit of common sense, probably, would be a good start.
Have you not realized what we've gone through for 100 episodes? Do you know what you're really asking of me right now?
Yes.
Oh man.
Series 12 event. Go join it.
Yes.
$10. Open to everyone.
Signups are going to be
they'll be live
today. Yeah, they will literally be live before this probably goes live.
Probably about the same time.
Yeah, sure. You know what you're doing.
Yeah, we'll post it on Twitter. We'll post it on Discord. Everybody can go find it. You send us the $10 to our PayPal. We send you a join code to the Battlefy event. Blah, 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 blah.
Yep. And then you're in and you're good to go.
Yep.
I'm so excited, man.
Yeah.
I'm really, really hoping Series 12 just takes off.
I will say it's been nice having a break from events, but I'm excited to get back into them.
Very, very true. I feel you so heartily there. Like, you know, we've had like a good run of like events. We have the draft league going on, and like I'm playing in a draft league. We have USPA going on, and I know we have a bunch of players on the server also involved in that. Mm-hmm. Shout outs to me beating Poppy this week, most likely.
Hopefully. That's the hope anyway. Gotta beat up Florida.
I'm really hoping we actually get paired up. I know him and I are both playing, so I'm really hoping we're able to
get them paired up.
Get paired up.
That'll be nice. That'll be fun.
Yep, I'm really excited, man. Series 12 has been really enjoyable. Way more than I actually would have thought.
Yeah.
Like, I know I was real low on GS Cup when it was first, like, talked about. But now that I've actually played, man, it's so fun.
This format feels much more balanced in comparison to the one restricted formats.
I fully agree. I cannot stress that enough. I fully agree.
Is there any other things we need to get out of the way? Oh, we have Team of the Week technically, but we can save that probably for next week.
Yeah, we'll talk about stuff.
That way we can talk about it after the laddering's been played, so you have experience with it. Because I've already looked at it like 20 times, but you probably haven't even looked at it yet.
You sent it to me, I went, yeah, sure, you got it, boss.
Yeah, pretty much. That's the expectation.
No, I haven't really looked too in-depth at stuff. I've been working on my team for USPA. I've been working on Draft League stuff.
I need to finish my Draft League team.
Yeah, how's you won? No, you lost week 1?
I lost week 1.
Has week 2 been played yet?
No. That's what I need to finish my team for. I have it built on Showdown. I just have to do it on BDSP. And I'm kind of like, I'm torn because it's like Pokémon Legends Arceus is out, and that's where my content creation is going to be for a while. And so I have to put time away from that into building a team on BDSP, which takes a lot of time. So I'm a little bit torn on all that, and hopefully we can get a win here to make it all worth it.
Yep, I agree, man. I agree. And that's why I'm really lucky that the draft leagues and USPA are all on Showdown. So it's just like, all right, cool, I'll get to punch numbers and that's it.
Yeah.
I know this past week, for RTT, I had to end up paying 2 matches because I was a week behind on one of them. And was able to pull out the 2-0 this week, so like really happy about that.
So yeah, well, you should be in playoffs, right?
I'm pretty sure I was locked for playoffs before. Because if I remember correctly, 10 teams make playoffs, but 2 teams make, like, top 2 get buys.
So you want one of those top 2?
Preferably. And I believe after those wins, I probably am in 3rd.
So you need to win out.
Let me pull up the standings and I can tell you. I am currently in 2nd.
Okay, so just win.
Yep, I am at 6-2. The guy behind me is at 5-2. He has not played his match.
Yeah, you just gotta win.
if he loses 2-0, actually, if he wins, he jumps me. If he loses, yeah, that basically is what it is he has better win-loss than I do. So if he wins, he would jump me.
Yeah, but then if you just gotta win again next week and hope he loses.
Yep.
Simple as that. Just win your matches.
If they win, they're gonna move to 6-2 as well, and then there's a bunch of people with 5 wins.
Yeah.
And the bottom 2 teams are at 2 wins, it looks like, but I believe one of them just finished a match and is gonna move to 3-5. Has another match he needs to play as well.
That's one of the issues of showdown matches is like because they can be played at any time, anywhere. You get issues like where you're at, where you can get weeks behind on matches because something came up.
And it is what it is. Life happens. I understand that, but man, they were at one point 3 weeks behind. I'm just like, come on. I was one of those matches.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I ended up having to play 2 matches this week. But
it's fine.
First place is one of the 2 teams I've lost to. We played in week 2, I believe. And they are 7-1.
Well, who beat them?
The team they played week 3. Let's see. That was the Sydney Sylveons. Which, have I played them?
I don't know.
I believe so.
Probably.
Yes, I played them week 1 and beat them. So the team I beat the team I lost to.
I'm good on all that. We're gonna go.
No. It's fine.
Nope. We're done. We're ending it right there. Get us out of here, bud.
All right, man. As always, everyone, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. If you aren't listening on YouTube, if you're listening over on Spotify, give us that hot 5-star review. It really does help us out with the algorithms. If you're not listening on either of those platforms, go do everything I just said on those platforms for us. Yeah. It really does just help us out a ton. Pushes our content and gets us advertised on multiple places. So past that, you can always go follow us on Twitter at LR Lessons, myself at Mr. Missouri 25, Carlos at Musical VGC. You can also follow us on Twitch. I stream here lately. It's been about 2 or 3 times a week at Mr. Missouri 25. Carl's going to be streaming his Legends Arceus playthroughs, so if you're interested in that, you can always go follow him at Musical.
It's going to be random whenever I find time.
Yeah, basically.
I may find time tomorrow. I don't know. We'll find out.
We'll figure it out when it happens. Who knows?
Yep.
Let's see. You can always come join our community Discord. That's going to be one of the best ways for you to be able to get in on our events and everything, to know when everything's up to date, when information goes live for all those. If you're interested in, talking to Carl or myself or anyone else in our wonderful community, that's the best way to do so. So come join that. That's always in the show notes of the videos. Go check out the website at lrlessons.com. You can go check out the merch page on there as well if you want to get you a sweet, sweet shirt. Unfortunately, we're still fighting with beanies. It's a struggle.
Yep. Waiting to hear
back. To put
back.
It very bluntly, it's ridiculous.
Waiting to hear back on it. We'll see what happens.
We got the reply.
I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, it was rejected.
Not surprised.
I genuinely have no idea why.
Probably because don't get it's a bunch of color and stuff, and they don't want to do it.
I don't get it, but whatever. Let's see. And we, of course, have support over on Anchor, where you can go and donate anywhere from $1 to $20 a month. As little as 20 or 25 cents an episode. You can help pay for everything we have going on, keep the website up, pay for Carl's fancy computer that he uses for editing and all that good stuff for us, and everything else in between. So that, of course, I believe brings us to the end of the first 100 episodes of Littleroot Lessons.
Woo!
That is so weird to say, man.
Yep. We're in triple-digit territory now.
It's so good, man. It feels so good to finally hit that 100 marker.
4 more weeks, and we have our 2-year anniversary.
Yeah, very quickly coming up on 2 years as well. So,
yep.
Yeah, I got a
whole lot of
what we're
gonna do for that one, but we'll figure it out.
Let's see, what do we have going on in a month? Live events start back up.
There's a live event in Salt Lake City in March.
We already know what we're talking about. Why do we need to talk about
That's in March. This would be like the end of February.
It'd be like the first weekend of March.
The event's not until like the middle of March.
RIP.
Yep.
Well, I tried.
Oh, well.
I'm out of ideas. All right. As always, everyone, thank you so much for watching. And we will see you later in the week with some more stuff. Have a good one, everyone. Peace.